Thank you for stopping by today. And in today's video, I'm going to give you the exact sales process that I have been using throughout my career. Using the same sales process in my consulting career, I have cracked my relevant clients, and my consulting clients, they have been using the same process to get their relevant clients. The single most highest deal that I have cracked using this same sales process was of $30,000 or 27 lakh rupees INR roughly. Now, what we are going to discuss is what was the old way of selling and what is the new way of selling. So the old way of selling was all about pushing the solutions. It was like a car salesman, where a car salesman says yes to everything because his whole sole aim is to sell you a car. But let's be honest, in 20th century, people don't like to be pushed to. Now sales is more of a collaboration where they like mutual benefit, where you also benefit and they also benefit, and it is all about working with the human behavior, not against it. So, to understand the sales process that I have been using, you will have to understand these four fundamentals. Now, a lot of people, what they get wrong is on the initial contact with their customer, they try to pitch their product. But the initial contact is all about getting the clarity. Now, this step is just an initial touch point where you screen or qualify the customer. In this clarity step, you don't give your price, or if this like push, then you just give a price band and you just give a brief about what you can do. And after having this conversation, you set up a time with them for an actual sales call. Now, what people get wrong about sales calls is that they think that sales calls are all about pitching their product. But actually in 20th century, it's not about pitching your product. It's all about making the consumer feel that they actually need your product. And how do you do that on a sales call? So that is what I have developed this over my experience. I call it 8E, or 8E steps that you have to take the consumer through during your conversation. And the steps are like: you establish the call flow, then you evaluate the prospect's present condition, then you elevate their pain. In there, you try to understand more about their pain. Then you enter in their mind by giving them an idea of your service. Then you eliminate all the objections that they may have. Then you effectuate the decision with them. Then you evoke trial closes. Then finally you establish the investment. That's where you tell the price of your services. So if you take these steps during your sales call, then for sure you would be able to have a very smooth sales call. Now, after sales calls, there is something known as follow-ups. We all do follow-ups in sales. But a lot of people, what they get wrong is they think that follow-up is all about forcing a reply from the prospect, but it is not like that. The aim of a follow-up is helping them to open up with you. So messages like, how are you? Any further update on the proposal I sent you? It doesn't work like that. So what works is, like the fifth follow-up could be, hi, so how do we proceed from here? Or the fifth follow-up could be like, hey, what did I said wrong? Why aren't you replying to me? If the client is ghosting you. So you need to give them an open-ended loop conversation so that they open up with you and talk with you. And finally, you need to understand what are objections, right? Because that's what I told you, that you eliminate all the objections. Now, a lot of people think that objections is just a no, like the person is saying no to your services. But actually, you need to see objections as an opportunity to help them open up further with you. So if you take the objections in the right way, then you would be able to unveil the deeper reasons why they are saying no. So for example, if someone says that your price is very high, then you need to ask them, okay, if price is not the factor, then would you be going ahead with the service or the product that I'm selling? Maybe they'll say yes and then tell you that at this price, I need to take multiple approvals. So what you do, you uncover the real reason and then you help them to solve the reason. So use this framework in your sales process and let me know down in comments if you want a detailed video in any of the other topics.